Thanks for inviting me. This is my first time at one of these gatherings, but some of you who are alumni of Cameron House, you recall that we had similar types of occasions. And when we did it the first time, and I think back about how long ago that was, it was probably about 50 years ago, and that's about half a century, isn't it? We didn't have the skills and the understanding of video and all those things that many of you have, but we enjoyed ourselves. I'm often asked, why did you go to Cameron House? And you have to remember that many of us who grew up in Chinatown, Cameron House was our second home because we lived in such small apartments that you couldn't invite your friends, or if you did, you were sort of embarrassed because, you know, like, for example, I slept in the living room, and every morning I had to fold up my bed, and because it was the sofa, and that was also where we had our meals. So coming to Cameron House was a real treat. But it was more than that. It was sometimes our second family. We came here and we made a lot of friends. And then when we made friends, we also learned a lot of things. We learned from each other. I think I overheard someone say that we pass on a lot of knowledge to one another. And in one of the songs, we also learned the meaning of, you know, love, really, the kind of love that is self-giving, and many of you came to understand that. One other thing that we really, that I really remember well at Cameron House, and the reason why it's still here, is because we have a long history of developing leaders. And I don't mean kind of a dictator type of leader, but someone who really cares for others and gives of himself and herself to them, so that they could be also better people. I am kind of curious about David here. He's never been here, and he has a nice major in economics and political science. And we need some enlightened politicians to take care of our people here in Chinatown and in the other Chinatowns throughout the city. One last thing. When you come to Cameron House, you may not realize it, but you are embraced by a great deal of history. This place has been here since, well, the whole concept of Cameron House has been here since 1874, and even I was not around then. But many of us do have family histories connected to this place, and over a period of many, many years, we just have a tremendous family that goes well beyond this building. So, thanks for inviting me tonight. It's funny, I'm just as nervous now as I was when I did the first one 50 years ago. I couldn't decide what to do tonight, so I just laid out some stuff, and let's see where it takes us. Well, I was going to have all of you guys sing along. You know, music's really an important part of being at Cameron House. I learned to appreciate music,
and music has played a big role in my life. There are times when I just don't want to be with people, but to be, with my own thoughts, and music really comes into play then. I listen to music or hum along with music, and then sometimes now I'm not a musician, but I'll pick up some kind of instrument and I'll try and play it. The most recent instrument that I've taken up is something that's in my pocket. And if you would like to learn how to play an instrument, and you don't want to make it too obvious, I suggest you go out and get a harmonica. Okay? Now, what's nice about a harmonica is that you can teach yourself how to play. You don't need lessons, you don't need a coach. You do need to know a song or two so that you can sort of hum around with it. Okay? So a couple of years ago, I bought a harmonica, and you can play it real soft so that you don't bother anyone. And I don't want to say this to drivers, but if you get in real bad traffic, you can take out your harmonica and start playing. The song that keeps going through my mind these days is an old folk song, and that old folk song is called "This Land Is Your Land." Who knows that?
Yeah.
Okay, and I think it has really special meaning. And when you think about the words, I think it will all make sense to you.